समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वान्। Hari Om to everyone. I am here for 7 days giving discourses on the essence of Vedanta. And Vedanta means Upanishad, therefore essence of Upanishads. The essence of Upanishads is revealing my infinitude. So, my true nature as infinity is what is revealed by Upanishads. So, Upanishads are our great scriptures that tell us how we can become free from all limitations, all problems. And that we are studying through this text called Vakya Vritti. So I saw many of you already have this book. If you do not have, please ask for the text. Vakya Vritti, as I explained yesterday, is exposition on the great statement Maha Vakya, which reveals our infinitude. And through this study, through this knowledge alone, I will remove wrong ideas about myself. Let's say if we entertain wrong ideas about someone or some object, some food, unless somebody tells us correctly what it is or about the person, we will continue to entertain wrong ideas. Like that, we have a wrong idea about ourselves. And that wrong idea is responsible for our sufferings. Therefore, we must know our true nature, our true identity. That's why our Gurudev went all over to correct our ideas about ourselves. The same teaching Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has presented by writing many commentaries, many compositions. And one such composition is this, Vakya Vritti. And for the same reason, Bhagavan Shri Krishna also gave teaching to Arjuna, that the erroneous identity is the cause of suffering. So this is why such programs, such Jnana Yajna, this is called Jnana Yajna, a sacrifice where ignorance is offered for burning in the fire of knowledge. So knowledge is what we will get from the scripture, and erroneous notions we are going to burn. Okay? So what happens in this now? There is a student who has understood that this world with so many problems, this way, that way, one after the other, they keep coming at the level of external world, unknown ideas, unknown forces, internal problems, body, mind, senses related problems. And he wants to get out of this not by looking for solution within the world. Because as long as the solution is within the world, it will have same limitations. The solution has to be outside of the limited world. With this understanding, with this clarity, he approaches a teacher and says, please give me that teaching in brief so that I can become free from this transmigration, not only problems of this life, but for all lives. Because my journey has not started with this body. I have been there even before this body. So, teacher says, yes, I shall tell you, and that was the last stanza we saw, stanza number 5. And teacher says, you listen with very quiet mind, vigilant mind, be attentive and listen. So, now we are coming to stanza number 6. Page number 23. Page number 23. Tat Tvam Asi Vakyotham Yajjiva Paramatmanoho Tadatmya Vishayam Jnanam Tadidam Mukti Sadhanam. The student had gone to teacher and said, please teach me in brief. So the teacher gives teaching only in one shloka. And how he said? He said, I will tell you tad idam iti vispashtam. Tad idam. Tad idam. This is that. So here he says, Jnanam tadidam mukti sadhanam. Jnanam mukti sadhanam. This is the first thing. Knowledge sometimes I increase my volume. It has nothing to do with the system. Knowledge is the means to liberation. Jnanam is mukti sadhana. So this we should have very clear understanding. If I want to be free, it is the knowledge which will make me free. Can you all? What knowledge? Which knowledge is going to make me free from this? Yat, that which is Jiva Paramatmanoho Tadatmya Vishayam Jnana. Jivatma, Paramatma. Their Tadatmya Jnana. Tadatmya means oneness. The knowledge of oneness between Jivatma and Paramatma. Jiva Paramatmanoho means Jivatmanoho or Jivatma Paramatmanoho, dual. The oneness of Jiva means us. So I and Paramatma, our oneness, this Jnanam will make us free. And what is that Paramatma? So yesterday in brief we saw, which will come later, that which is Sarga, Sthiti, प्रलय हेतु, अचिंत्य शक्ति, विश्वेश्वर, विदित विश्व, अनंत मूर्ति, that one. So knowledge is the means to liberation. Knowledge of oneness between Jivatma and Paramatma. How will this knowledge take place? For any knowledge to take place, some means of knowledge is needed. So if I want to have knowledge of the color of this flower here, that the flower is white, so for that I need some instrument through which this knowledge will take place. Eyes are the instrument, essential. Then what is going to supplement that is proper light should be there, no obstruction should be there, my mind should be available when I am looking at it. Then knowledge will take place. Distance also should be there. If this flower is very far, I cannot see. If it is too close, I will not know the color. So when all other factors are conducive, then right means of knowledge will produce desired knowledge. In the same way, if I want to get Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Jnana, what should I do? So, if I keep my eyes open, I stand in sunlight without any obstruction, where should I look so that I will have Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Jnana? Or, if I eat some food, specific kind, or some tablet, then I will have Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Jnana. If I eat Chyavanprash every day, in the morning, will that happen? What is that which is going to produce this knowledge? So teacher says, Tat Tvam Asi Vakya. It is Vakya Janya Jnana. Tat Tvam Asi Vakya Uttham. Uttham means produced by such statements called Tat Tvam Asi Ityadi, which are called great statements, Maha Vakya. So I have to listen to Maha Vakya. Very easy. Produce a small recording, Tat Tvam Asi, and keep multiplying. Tat Tvam Asi, Tat Tvam Asi, Tat Tvam Asi. Put some different raga and music in the background. Tat Tvam Asi. So, Tat Tvam Asi Vakya will not produce knowledge unless what this statement means is understood. So, Tat Tvam Asi, like flower is red, flower is white. Whenever such statement is made, what is flower, what is white, what is red, these words should make some understanding, some clear knowledge. Then when they are put together, a clear knowledge. Like that here, Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, that statement will produce knowledge if I know what each word means. So teacher completed his brief teaching by saying, knowledge arising from oneness between Jivatma and Paramatma, when the great statements like Tat Tvam Asi, etc. are heard, then that knowledge will become means to liberation. And the words are so precise, you cannot go here and there. Knowledge alone is the means to liberation. One. Knowledge of not anything. Knowledge of Jivatma and Paramatma alone. That knowledge will not arise in any other way. That knowledge will arise only when I study and thoroughly understand Maha Vakya. These are power-packed shlokas. In one shloka, the whole Vedanta Siddhanta is summarized. Now the student, having heard this, says, wait a minute, don't be too precise, teacher. I told you, tell me in brief, but I can give you some time. Don't be so brief. So, next stanza. Shishya uvacha go jiva kaparaschatma tadatmyam va katham tayoh tatvamasyadi vakyam va katham tat pratipadayet. Shishya uvacha, the disciple says, Kaha jivaha? You said, Jivatma, Paramatma, noho, tadatmya. I don't even know what is Jivatma. Kaha jivaha? First question. Kaha parascha atma? And who is this Paramatma? So, I don't know what is Jivatma. I don't know what is Paramatma. Kaha jiva, kah paraschatma. Katham tayoho tadatmyam. And how there is oneness between these two. Whenever we say oneness, so oneness means that their oneness should be evident. The word jiva is someone who is living life, expressing through life, and paraha means the one who is above all. So the words themselves don't make any sense of oneness. And otherwise also, whenever we have heard that jiva means some finite entity and paraha, paramatma is infinite entity. So what is this tadatmyam you are talking about? Tadatmyam va katham tayo? How is this oneness possible? And Tat Tvam Asi vakyam va katham tat pratipadayat is the fourth question. The Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, how does it present oneness? That means, technically, does it give oneness directly or does it give in implied meaning? So, direct meaning is one. Implied meaning is I have to know how to understand the implied meaning of this sentence. And later this part will be discussed. What is jiva is nothing but, as I pointed out yesterday, is tvam. And what is paramatma is tat. Their tadatmyam is asi, and further that asi means oneness. When I try to understand, I will realize that oneness in their direct meaning is not possible. Therefore, I have to go for implied meaning. But don't worry, this will be the whole text. Okay, the answer to these 4 questions is everything, starting from shloka number 11 all the way up to the end, including the result of this knowledge, Phalashruti, what we call as Jivan Mukti, liberation while living, and therefore along with that Videha Mukti, that hereafter also I will not have rebirth. This Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti idea also is very beautiful. Generally, when a seeker comes to such discourses, so he is very clear that I don't want another birth, because I have gone through enough, and too many problems I have seen. In particular, the childhood problem. When young age is there, everything is fine. But when problems after problems come, it is like somebody who doesn't know how to swim and is put in water where waves keep coming. And this person goes on taking lot of water. What happens? He just wants to get out of this. So, or somebody is in a place where there is fire all over. And if your own loose clothes, if they catch fire, how we want to get rid of everything? That's what Bhagavan Shankaracharya describes in Viveka Chudamani. Durvara samsara davagni taptam. I am burnt by this samsara agni. So that person, when he feels that I want to be free, and freedom means I don't want rebirth. And Vedanta says, we will definitely tell you how you will not be reborn. So this is the simplest idea of liberation. That's why Videha Mukti is accepted by all. But Vedanta says, we will tell you how you can be free even while you are going through this physical experience. Jivan Mukti. So, Tat Tvam Asi Vakyam is going to give this knowledge by which I can recognize my freedom right now. How? That student is asking how it will happen. How this statement can produce this knowledge where I will realize my oneness with Paramatma. What kind of oneness is that? So what are the questions asked by the student? What is Jivatma? What is Paramatma? How is the Tadatmyam? And what is the way in which Tat Tvam Asi statement should be understood? How Tat Tvam Asi statement reveals oneness. Because simplest way is Tat means that, Tvam means you, right? So I. So whenever you say Tat, it is referring to either second or third person. Some object, third person, let us. And Tvam means second person. How can second person and third person be same? In English itself, you say, I don't know how this will make sense. So, Tat Tvam Asi, how can there be oneness? tat pratipadaye. So teacher says, I will tell you how. Shloka number 8. Gururuvacha atra bruma samadhanam konyo jivastvameva hi yastvam pruchhasi mam koham brahmaivasina samshayah. Guru is telling the student, Atra brumah samadhanam. I shall tell you the solution. Solution to your questions, whatever doubts that you have raised, I will answer your questions. Kaha anya jivaha tvameva hi. You are jiva. So you are asking who is jiva. Teacher says you are that jiva. And what do you mean by I am that jiva? He says yaha tvam mam pruchhasi koham. The one who is asking me, who am I am talking about you. You are jiva. And Brahmaivasi, you are Brahma. Brahma eva asi, na samshaya. There is no doubt. So sometimes, student may think, I think teacher is not understanding what I am asking or what he is saying. I think he is confused a little. Teacher is not at all confused. He can say this way, that way, and both ways he will know what he is talking. So in one sentence you see, Yaha tvam mam pruchhasi, the one that you who are asking me, that is jiva, and immediately he says, you are Brahman. So that which is raising this question, that entity itself is really Brahman. If I say, I am asking question, so the one who is asking the question, for that person, instruments are needed to ask the question. Whereas teacher says, that one who is asking question is jiva, and that is none other than Brahman. And both are true. So with conditioning, when I look at myself, then I am jiva. But when I can remove the idea of conditionings, limitations, then I alone am Brahman. So the word tadatmyam means oneness. So oneness should not be understood as they both have similar nature but are different. That's not what is said. Like Ram is also man, Shyam is also man. Ram is also 6 feet tall, Shyam is also 6 feet tall. So they say they are similar. Both are dark complexion. But this is not what is said here. There are no two people here. Ram is Shyam. Like that, Jivatma is Paramatma. Not that they are two distinct, very similar. So it is not similar entities. It is only one. The one who thinks right now that I am Jiva, the one who is questioning that entity devoid of limitations, conditioning, is Mayvasi, na samshaya. You are Brahman. And kaha anyaha jiva? What else is there? Means Chaitanya alone gets the name Jiva, and Chaitanya alone will get the name Brahma. So, kaha anya? The idea of the word Jiva. Jiva means experiencer. Jiva means doer. So this I can understand, that I am the experiencer, I am the performer of various actions, and I go through life, life's ups and downs, etc. This I can understand. Jiva also means the one who is beyond this body and in this assembly, the one which is expressing without any efforts. That which is self-revealing. So if I want to move hands, I need some effort. If I need to blink my eyes also, some effort, some will is needed. If I want to think of something or someone, I have to think in that direction. Then only it will happen. But I am, this knowledge is happening all the time without my effort, without my will or planning. This is that Chaitanya. That is what teacher wants to point out. So this is going to be a wonderful thing. When we start the details, we will analyze it a little more. So now, the student, see how smart or great thinker is the student. From each question, you will know how much he has already thought. See the next stanza now. Shishya says, page number 34. Shishya uvacha padarthameva janami nadyapi bhagavan sputam aham brahmeti vakyartham pratipadye katham vada. Shishya says, okay, you said Jivatma Paramatmanoho Tadatmya Vishayam Jnanam Tadidam Mukti Sadhanam. The oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. And how this knowledge is going to come? Tat Tvam Asi Vakya. So Tat Tvam Asi Vakyotham Yad Jiva Paramatma. By listening to the statements Tat Tvam Asi. So he says, if the knowledge is going to take place by listening to Tat Tvam Asi Vakya, for any knowledge to take place from a sentence, I should know the word meaning. If the words are not clear, the knowledge from that statement will not arise. So if I want to make a statement, tomorrow the evening class of Vakya Vritti will be at 7 p.m. Okay, this is the sentence. Tomorrow, the evening class of Vakya Vritti will be at 7 p.m. So now, the one who is listening to this should know what is tomorrow. Right? Like, if the, when we are children, tomorrow and yesterday distinction is not there. There is one day this way and one day that way. So if that clear understanding is not there, we will get confused. So Tat Tvam Asi Vakya also tomorrow. Then evening class. Then what is 7? Then PM. Everything should be understood. Then I should put everything together. And the words also should give a comprehensive meaning. So if I say, class evening 7 p.m. tomorrow, in English it will not make sense. So words also should be understood. Together also they should make one sentence. And it should be logical also. Not only it should be grammatically correct, logically also it should be correct. So if I say, tomorrow evening class is at 7 a.m., structurally it will be correct. But so what did you say? Evening class and 7 a.m.? So logically also, if it is incorrect, you will not get clear knowledge. So in sentence, everything has to fall in place. Then only right knowledge will come. The whole bookstore and libraries are filled with all this only for Tat Tvam Asi. These three words, how they will produce right knowledge, on that there are volumes. They go on discussing. And we think, what is there to discuss? Let us do something else. And that's why, when we see mall, so many types of clothes, so many these, that. And they think for this, just 2 pairs of clothes that we need to live our life, you have such big store. And they say for 3 words you have such big library. This is the contradiction. So each word, if I don't understand, how will I understand this? Padartham eva na adya api janami. I don't even know the word meaning. Sputam. Hey Bhagavan, O Lord, Padartham eva sputam na janami. Padarth means padasya artha. The word meaning itself I don't know. How will I have the statement meaning? Meaning communicated by the statement, I will not have unless I understand the words. Na adyapi Bhagavan sputam padartham janami. Then aham brahmeti vakyartham katham pratipadye. Then how will I understand aham brahmasmi vakya? Because in the previous shloka, teacher said brahmaivasi. So he understood, oh, that means I am Brahman he is talking about. This knowledge I should get. But I don't know the word meaning, what to talk of. Sentence. Sentential knowledge I have to get. Scholarly books, if you read, you will have to know these terminologies. Sentential knowledge. So how will I understand how will I gain knowledge from sentence if the words themselves I don't know? Vada means, please tell, O teacher. Katham pratipadye. Teacher says, very good. Good thinking. Yes, we cannot come to the sentence unless we know the words. So now, in the 10th shloka, Gururuvacha Satyamaha Bhavanatra Viganam Naiva Vidyate Hetu Padartha Bodho Hi Vakyartha Avagateriha. Satyam aha Bhavan. Bhavan, you said it very well. Satyam aha. Correct. See, this is good tuning between the teacher and student. Okay? So, teacher said something, immediately student understood. Then he presents what is lacking for him. When he said teacher understood, yeah, immediately. So, this means they both are now in good wavelength. Not that teacher said something, student misunderstood something and start thinking, yes, I know, you said Brahmaivasi, right? Chalo. They both are in good terms, in thinking. Satyamaha Bhavanatra. In this case, what you have said is very true, and Viganam Naiva Vidyate. Viganam means there is no doubt about this. There is no second opinion. Viganam Naiva Vidyate. Regarding what he says, Padartha Bodho Hi Vakyartha Avagatehe Hetuhu Iha. Iha here in this case, Vakyartha Avagatehe. In case of the clear knowledge of a sentence, Vakyartha Avagatehe Hetuhu, the cause is Padartha Bodha, the knowledge of the words. Pada Artha will give Vakya Artha. Each pada put together in clear, grammatical, logical sense, knowledge will take place. Correct? So, there is no doubt. Means teacher says, I agree with you. Therefore, now what is the action plan? So, I told you, up to shloka number 10, first two shlokas, invocation. 3 to 10, introduction, upodghata. So, that topic is now complete. From 11, the teaching is beginning. Right? So, what is this knowledge that teacher is going to begin? Now, before we proceed, I will just give you a brief intro to the teaching part now, which is starting from stanza 11. So, two words are there, Tat and Tvam. First, we have to work on them. Then, Asi will come. So, when it comes to the word Tvam, means you and I, the direct meaning of the word I is more or less clear. Means I means you are talking about me. You means I. So you are talking about me. And about myself, that I exist, that doubt is not there. What is my nature, that I am not clear. So my existence is accepted. But in which way I exist? What is my unquestionable nature, that I don't know. So about that, teacher has to elaborate. Whereas, when it comes to Tat, means God, first teacher will have to establish that God exists. Then teacher also has to say what is its nature. So in Tvam Pada Vichar, this is now some such words I will use. So in Tvam Pada Vichara, the existence part is not required for discussion because we accept it. But its nature has to be highlighted. And therefore, the direct meaning of who am I is not much talked about, but implied meaning is talked. And because I am there, the direct meaning does not require much scriptural support. Why much? You don't need it. But for implied meaning, you need scriptural support. Whereas the Tatpada, nature of God, requires both. Scriptural support is required for direct meaning and implied in both places. Because God is existing or not, that I have doubt. So first, Shastra has to talk about that. Then, what is the nature, that also needs to be talked. Okay? So now, let us see. Teacher begins. Antakarana tadvrutti Sakshi Chaitanya Vigraha Ananda Rupa Satya San Kim Natmanam Prapadyase. Antakarana Tadvrutti Sakshi Chaitanya Vigraha Ananda Rupaha Satyaha San Kim Na Atmanam Prapadyase. Teacher says, why don't you recognize yourself as this Atma? What is that? Antakarana Tadvrutti Sakshi. First Lakshana. Second, Chaitanya Vigraha, the embodiment of consciousness. Sakshi means witness. So that which is witness of Antakarana and its thoughts, vrittis. Antakarana, tad vritti, sakshi. Means Antakarana sakshi, tad vritti sakshi. All of you are with me? I always sometimes feel suddenly, like how in the olden days, husband and wife, they used to go from place to place, And they used to go walking from one town to another town. And sometimes, and they never would walk together. Husband would be ahead, wife would be behind. Even now it is followed. The other way. But this husband, if he goes on talking something, thinking that wife is listening because she is right behind, and let's say she is tired and she sits down somewhere, and this fellow goes on walking and talking, and then finally suddenly, so we'll do it, right? And he looks behind, there is nobody. So like that, I go on talking, and suddenly I remember how everyone is with me, or I have walked all the way far somewhere. So You all are with me or not? Means in thought process. Antakarana Sakshi. Tad Vritti Sakshi means Vritti Bhav Abhav. Presence and absence of Vritti can be there. Antakarana is there in waking, in dream. But Vritti can be there, can go. Antakarana Tad Vritti Sakshi. Chaitanya Vigraha. It is of the nature of consciousness. Ananda Rupa. This Atma is Ananda Swarupa. I am happiness. And Satyaha means that which is unquestioned presence. Kim na atmanam prapadyase. I'll give an example. You know what teacher is trying to present here. Let us say there is a big gathering. 1,000 people have gathered. In that, some sound is going on here, some noise is there, people are talking, moving here, there, like a mela kind of thing. And in that, there is a 5-year-old boy who is separated from father, so parents. And that child shouts there, "Ah, Dad." So the parents, they are able to hear him, but they are not able to see him. Right? So now you imagine their state of mind, that they can hear this sound, then they know he is here, right here somewhere. Because his voice, in the midst of all this gadbada, his voice is very clear. But where is he? They don't know where to look. This is what teacher is trying to do now. Sakshi Chaitanya is being pointed out because I am consciousness, or there is a sentient entity here that we don't doubt. But where to look, that we don't know. Teacher said you have to look here in this way. Then clearly I will know, oh, this is what you are talking. Where should I look? Sakshi, witness of Antakarana Tadvritti. So in the beginning, consciousness is pointed out only with reference to illuminator of presence and absence of thoughts. This is the easiest way. Why? Because our attention is always on thoughts. Really speaking, our attention is not on thoughts. Our attention is on objects. But we have to first come out from the objects to thoughts level and then use thoughts to come to consciousness. And that's why our thoughts should be slow enough so that I can pay attention to that which is illumining the thoughts, which is there even between the thoughts. That's why quiet mind is needed. So that's why while such topics are going on, any talking or phone and Antakarana Tadvritti Sakshi. And that is Chaitanya Vigraha, of the nature of Chaitanya. Chaitanya Vigraha means not that there is a matter and in matter there is consciousness. It is full of consciousness. Like if I say there is a wooden statue, it is Kashta Vigraha. So it is made up of wood. So Vigraha is to show that the whole thing is that. So Chaitanya Vigraha means that which is nothing but consciousness. This is its nature. And it is Ananda Rupa. This Ananda Rupa Shabda is to actually indicate the purpose for which we should do this study. Something which is of the nature of Chaitanya, of the nature of existence, I may not be greatly inspired. Because it is of the nature of happiness, joy. Because all our efforts are for what? Happiness. That which gives sukham, that only you want around. That which gives dukkham, take it. Like if this pravachan, if you enjoy, then you say continue, Swamiji. And if it is dukkha rupam, you say, Swamiji, this is enough, we understood. And they'll say, Swamiji, you need a break. So sukham is what I crave for. Ananda Rupa. And Ananda Rupa means Swarupa. Its nature is Ananda. Its nature is Chaitanya. And Satya. Satya means it is Abadhita, uncontradicted. Never it will be negated. This Atma, why don't you recognize, teacher says? Means look for this presence, which is there all the time. This is you. Ananda Rupa Satya San Kimnatmanam Prapadyase. So now this has to be done, okay? That I sit down and I see thoughts come and go, and that I am this presence and I am not this body. Two things have to happen. I have to distance myself from physical body. Then I have to distance first from objects, then body, then thoughts. That consciousness I have to come. So that's why generally the process of sadhana is this only. When I have too many objects in my life, too many things happening, too many karmas, where will I have time to think about vritti and vritti sakshi? All I will do is have some boy or girl, his name is Sakshi, and I say, okay, I am seeing Sakshi. All the time. So they will have their child name is Sakshi. They said, you have to think of Sakshi. Here I am. You should think about Vedanta. I have one son, now his name I am to give Vedanta. You have to dwell on Advaita. Here, his name is Advaita. So Advaita is there. I have seen now these names are so common. Advaita, Vedanta, Sakshi, Om, yes, Om. Because Upanishad said you have to dwell on Om. I am dwelling on Om all the time. Tadidam mukti sadhanam, that we don't know. So, on one hand, I have to cut down these and then Sakshi as the illuminator of thoughts. So the one who knows all the thoughts, their arrival and departure, that I am. So next shloka also is similar, but teacher adds, he builds slowly. So now he is going to add something to that. Satyananda Swarupam Dhi Sakshinam Bodha Vigraham Chintayatmataya Nityam Tyaktva Dehadigam Dhiyam. Satya Ananda Swarupam. So earlier both these words were there. You are Satya Swarupa and Ananda Swarupa. Then Dhi Sakshinam is one word. Dhi Sakshinam, the one who is illuminator, witness of thoughts. Dhi Sakshinam, Atman. And Bodha Vigraham. Bodha means Chaitanya. So earlier it was said Chaitanya Vigraha. Here Bodha Vigraha, same. Bodha word here is for consciousness. So this also he has mentioned. So in first line there is nothing new which is added. But in second line he says, Atmataya Nityam Chintaya. Hey brother, brother, think of this as yourself. Atmataya Chintaya. Not Anatmataya. Means in this Satya, Jnana, Chaitanya Swarupa, Buddhi Sakshi, in that you have the notion that it is something else. You have objectified it. Means don't look for this as something. This is you. It is subject. So you have objectified Atma in this way. Means you are thinking it is an object. Okay. You said it is Sakshi. Okay, let me see where is this Sakshi. Satya Swarupa. We are talking about you. That is what it means. So Atmataya Chintaya. Not as Anya Vastu. Atmataya. Second, Nityam Chintaya. Some casual thought here and there won't do. Nityam Chintaya. And third, Dehadigam Dhyam Tyaktva Chintaya. And also, by giving up the I notion in body, Chintaya. Dehadigam Dhyam Tyaktva. So, by giving up the I notion in body, this much is enough. Om Purnamada Purnamida Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare